don't expect to see any of these remarkable feats achieved very often.
The first hat-trick of the World Cup Finals of 2010 goes to Higuain of Argentina.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 individual accomplishments in sports.
This is how O.J. Simpson signed his way into history in 1973.
For this list, we'll be taking a look at the toughest accomplishments an athlete can achieve in a single game or match.
Only the third quadruple double in the history of the NBA.
That means records that occur over the course of a season or a career, like winning the Triple Crown or hitting 500 home runs, don't count.
343, 1-2, as a matter of fact.
Number 10, a hole-in-one. Golf.
Oh, it went in.
Scoring a hole-in-one, otherwise known as an ace, is no easy task even for seasoned pros, as it requires an incredible amount of strength and precision, not to mention a whole lot of luck.
A hole-in-one for Sabatini.
In order to achieve a hole-in-one, a golfer must hit the ball from the tee and have it land in the cup with a single stroke. Depending on the size of the course, the difficulty varies, as most holes-in-one are achieved on par 3 courses. Aces on par 4 courses are extremely rare, and Andrew Magee is the only professional golfer to officially achieve such a feat on the PGA Tour during the 2001 Phoenix Open.
I'm the only hole-in-one on a par 4 in PGA Tour history.
Number 9, scoring a goal as a goalie. Football and hockey.
Red O'Bara going the distance. Are you kidding me? I can't tell if that's him or Ricky Fowler.
Playing goaltender in hockey or goalkeeper in football is hard enough, but to score a goal as a goalie or keeper is on a whole other level. In hockey, goalies tend to score when the opposing team has an empty net, giving the goalie an opportunity to slingshot the puck the length of the ice and into the abandoned net. In NHL history, a goalie has only scored 14 times. In football, it's even more rare, as a much greater distance separates the nets.
Well, that's going to go all the way in. That is absolutely extraordinary.
In the English Premier League, keepers have only managed to score 4 times, and only once has it happened in the MLS. What's more, a keeper has never scored in the history of the World Cup.
Oh, it's a bouncing ball! An absolute catastrophe for Greenabaum, but it's just brilliant for the Red Bulls.
Number 8, the 4-minute mile. Running.
Bannister has pushed himself to the limit of physical endurance, but he speaks modestly of his epic achievement.
Many experts believed that running a mile in 4 minutes was beyond what the human body was capable of. Englishman Roger Bannister disproved that theory by running a mile in 3 minutes 59.4 seconds in 1954.
All I could do was just run as fast and as hard as I could. It got painful towards the end. The tape almost seemed to recede as I approached it, but I just managed to finish.
Since then, many male athletes have been able to run the mile in under 4 minutes, and it's now considered the standard for professionals. Currently, Morocco's Hicham El Guerrouj, who ran the mile in 3 minutes 43.13 seconds, holds the record.
It's closing. Watch the time. The world record, 344.39. They race to the finish line. Hicham El Guerrouj is going to hang on. He's got a world record.
However, no woman has yet been able to run a 4-minute mile, with the fastest time ever being 4 minutes 12.56 seconds by Russia's Svetlana Masterkova in 1996. But as was the case for male sprinters, it's only a matter of time. Number 7, a hat trick. Football.
Ronaldo, what a hit and what a finish! The hat trick for Cristiano Ronaldo.
While scoring 3 goals in a hockey game is no easy task, scoring a hat trick in football is even more difficult and happens much less often.
Look at that for another magnificent effort. Oh, what a goal! John Lloyd has a hat trick!
A hat trick is the term referring to a player scoring 3 goals in one game. A team that manages to score 3 goals in a football game is already pretty impressive, so one player netting 3 goals is downright incredible.
The cross is good. Torres is there. He's got the hat trick. And it's taken him less than 17 minutes.
To give you an idea of how rare this is, in the last 5 men's World Cups, there have been 318 matches, but only 6 hat tricks.
Surely it is. It's sumptuous football. He's got a hat trick as Gonzalo Higuain.
Number 6, rushing for 250 yards in a game, American football.
Ball has just set a new NFL record as he gets up across the 25 to the 26-yard line. We've just seen history in Baltimore, fans.
Quarterbacks who've managed to throw for 500 yards in a game deserve high praise. But we decided a running back rushing for 250 yards is even more impressive, as they have to run each and every one of those yards themselves, most of the time while fending off giant defenders.
Harrison 15, 10, 5, touchdown!
Only 12 running backs have achieved this feat, with O.J. Simpson holding the record as the only player to rush for 250 yards twice in his career. He ran for exactly 250 yards in 1973, and then for 273 yards in 1976.
Other runners have now run farther and scored more touchdowns, but none have ever played with more style and class than this graceful halfback.
Number 5, the unassisted triple play, baseball.
The runners are going. The hit and run is on, and it's going to be a triple play. Out number 2 and out number 3, an unassisted triple play.
A lot of bizarre things can happen in a baseball game, but perhaps no play is more bizarre than the unassisted triple play.
There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3.
The unassisted triple play is when one player makes all 3 outs in one play. While most of the other entries on our list require incredible athleticism and skill, this one is more about being at the right place at the right time.
This could be a triple play, it will be. Unassisted. Troy Tulowitzki on a line shot with the runners moving, a triple play.
It's only happened 15 times in Major League Baseball history, and every time it's happened the same way. The fielder catches a line drive, touches second base, and then tags the runner heading from first to second. The last player to make an unassisted triple play was Eric Bruntlett of the Philadelphia Phillies back in 2009, and it was a sight to see.
It's a triple play, and the ball game is over.
Number 4, the quadruple double, basketball.
Quadruple double for Hakeem Olajuwon. 18 points, 16 rebounds, 10 assists, and 11 block shots. Only the third quadruple double in the history of the NBA.
A quadruple double is achieved when a player accumulates a double-digit number total in 4 of 5 statistical categories: points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. Basically, the player has to dominate every phase of the game.
The only secret now, can Hakeem get one more assist for the quadruple double?
A quadruple double wasn't even achievable in the NBA until 1974, when the league started recording blocks and steals. Since then, only 4 players in the NBA have been able to achieve a quadruple double, the most recent being David Robinson for the San Antonio Spurs back in 1994.
Folks, get a look at that because I don't know if you'll see that again.
In college basketball, it's even harder to achieve, as games are 8 minutes shorter. The only player in men's college basketball history to record a quadruple-double was Lester Hudson from Tennessee Martin back in 2007.
Lester Hudson, a guard out of Tennessee Martin, who recorded the first recorded quadruple-double in NCAA history.
Number 3, the perfect 10, gymnastics.
Look at that, right to the handstand. Gorgeous routine, beautiful.
A score of 10.00 was the highest score possible for a gymnastic performance. For years, many fans of the sport thought the score was unattainable. That all changed during the 1976 Olympics in Montreal, when Romanian gymnast Nadia Comaneci scored the first ever perfect 10 during the uneven bars event. However, she didn't just get one perfect 10. Over the course of the 1976 Olympic Games, she scored a 10 in 7 events. After Comaneci's amazing run, gymnasts receiving 10s became way more common. In 2006, presumably to keep things interesting, the International Gymnastics Federation replaced the old scoring system with a new and more complicated one, where the maximum score varied in each event. Number 2, a 100-point game, basketball.
Wilt Chamberlain has a shot at a 100-point game tonight. He's already broken his own record of 78 points in a game.
No one else embodies an accomplishment quite like Wilt Chamberlain embodies the 100-point game. In 1962, while playing for the Philadelphia Warriors against the New York Knicks, Wilt Chamberlain became the first and only person in NBA history to score 100 points in a single game. Even more impressive, he did this without making any three-pointers, which didn't exist at the time. The closest anyone's come to scoring triple digits in an NBA game since was Kobe Bryant, who scored 81 points in a game back in 2006.
81-point game, 55 in the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed the second greatest scoring performance in NBA history.
A handful of players have been able to achieve this astounding feat at the collegiate level, but it remains to be seen if anyone in the NBA will ever match Chamberlain's unforgettable game.
I once performed in that arena. It's in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And all I could think about in the locker room was this was the locker room that Wilt was in when he scored 100 points. How could somebody score 100 points in a game?
Before we get to our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Yeah, 300 in the semifinal of the PBA Chameleon Championship.
What a break! What a fantastic maximum break that is. Ronnie O'Sullivan's delighted. The crowd's delighted.
Double 12! Dave, let me see it, because I'm gobsmacked!
Edged and gone. Hat trick. Who would have thought that?
Number 1, the perfect game, baseball.
Alexei! Yes! 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 History!
There have been over 200,000 games played in Major League Baseball history, but only 23 times has a pitcher ever pitched the elusive perfect game. A perfect game is when a pitcher prevents hitters from getting on base for the entire game.
On the ground, Arias from deep third, got him! And that's a perfect game!
Not only does the pitcher need to be having the game of his life, but his teammates also need to be just as sharp in order to get the 27 consecutive outs needed.
Hit toward third. Castro has it. Spins, fires. A perfect game! Roy Halladay has thrown the second perfect game!
There has been a strange boost in perfect games of late, with 6 of them having come in the past 7 years. But that doesn't take away from how amazing an accomplishment the perfect game truly is.
Pennington, he's got it. Throw it up first. He did it. He did it. Dallas Braden has thrown a perfect game.
Do you agree with our list? What do you think is the greatest individual accomplishment in sports? For more impressive top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Try to find that which gives you satisfaction. And if you can do that, and then take sport socially to the highest level you can, it won't be breaking records, but nevertheless it could be one of the greatest satisfactions in life.